Red 2 standing by, all for lit and in the green. Welcome back to Pokemon Emerald version. We have been doing a lot off screen. So, after Operation Stealth, I got myself several new Pokemon. I also wound up catching the replacement for the shell because I finally cracked it with that. Not so much Shedinja itself. Shedinja is a very nice Pokemon, and it does have its uses. It can be incredible in competitive battling. It's just that it is nearly impossible to use in these games because the AI deliberately sets out to counter it. We also have Zunama the Barboach with us. So, Zunama is named after the catfish in Dragon Ball GT, which is based on the Namazu. So, Zunama and Joelle will be getting a bit of mileage. Joelle is named after one of the Poe sisters from Ocarina of Time, who are also named after the 4 main characters in Little Women. Nice, 39,000. That's a good round number. So, stats should be pretty good. I've put a lot of work into Joelle's HP and attack. And Zunama just has stat spread across attack, defense, special attack, and special defense. So, Zunama evolves at level 30, but if I wait a level, Zunama will learn Earthquake. So I'll switch Zunama to the front. We have our regulars, Truffle, Captain Toad, Kiwi, and the Steel Falcon, and we can talk to Professor Birch.
Ah, Scarlet! Are you curious about how your Pokedex is coming along? So you've seen 93 Pokemon and you've caught 73 Pokemon. This is going to be a fantastic Pokedex. That's the feeling I'm getting.
So I did get a lot of evolution done, but we want to drop in and basically visit Mum. Neighbour's house. In some games, which house you're in changes depending on which character you pick. Oh no, wait, I did get it right the first time. Damn it, this is the game where it changes. If you play as Brendan, this one's your house. If you play as May, this one's your house. I knew there was one game that did it, and it just sort of tripped up. And I got stuck on a tape. What is that, honey? A Pokenav? Oh, someone from Devon gave it to you. Well, honey, how about registering your mum? And if we talk to her again, oh, did Dad give you that badge? Then here's something from your mum. So, that's how you get the amulet coin. Don't push yourself too hard, dear. You can always come home. Go for it, honey. So we have a little family catch-up. The instruction booklet for the running shoes. Trust me, there are some people out there who probably do need instruction books for shoes. There are people who should not be allowed to use the safety scissors without supervision. But we can also see that as we are going out towards the sea, I hope I have repels. Well, obviously not here. I need to turn the animations back on again. I keep reminding myself at the end of each training session and then I forget. So, if we actually have some repels, we can make our sea journey a lot easier. But I was going to bring this up just as a bit of a demo. See, the match call. The Pokenav is blinking, which means that we can actually take on some trainers. If a trainer is ready to battle you, that square icon, square Pokeball style icon, wasn't sure how to phrase it, will be blinking and you can go and battle these trainers. They'll get stronger as you go along and complete different things. So, we'll be able to get a few battles in, but I'm not going to worry about them until I get Fly. which means beating Winona. And that means that the Team Aqua plot I did wind up triggering will just have to wait. They're just sort of in suspended animation right now. Okay, let's go, Tsunama. Okay, we're pretty versatile all around. Wow, we're actually faster than it. Jerk. Alright, so... Joelle's moves are not good for dealing with dark types. I don't really have that many options. I might be able to get a few other moves later on. Don't bite me if you want. Ah, speed. Oh, that's right. I forgot that Raw has lowered priority in these games. Whoops. This isn't going to go well. That actually went well. And there we go. Alrighty, so we can rematch Calvin when I believe it's just entering the route that's the trigger. Now I need to go and check for some repels, and then I'll see you back on Route 104. Now, you might be noticing that this is not Route 104, it's Route 115, and you'd be correct. That is because I just remembered there are actually some wild Pokemon. So you can fight fairly strong wild Pokemon out on the water, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. Though we can also wind up sneaking out here and finding some more trainers, which will obviously be pretty good for experience, so that's going to be what we're doing first. Thankfully, I do have repels to keep away lower level wild Pokemon. And we can find another area out here where we can battle various trainers, and actually the only spot where we can catch Jigglypuff on top of that. Is this a Poke fan? No, Battle Girl, okay. Rightio, so... Oh no, Triathlete! Wow, I'm really wrong. Alrighty, so I will stick with Tsunama, level Tsunama up, and then... that's actually going to be fairly strong, I think. We are going to be facing stronger and stronger opponents as things go on. So I will need to make sure my team levels up. Dodrio, wow, not messing around. Gonna need someone pretty good, someone who is not Captain Toad, because Captain Toad will get torn to bits by flying moves. It's been a lot of work getting this organised, and unfortunately I still don't really have a spot for Glalie, which is kind of bugging me because I keep wanting to use Glalie. But then I wind up getting a team set early on, and it's a pain in the butt because I don't really get much out of it. Man, that thing was a real menace. It's the problem with I think the problem with ice types in general. Tsunama's level 28. I can switch out. Look at that defense though. Because defense was the last one I was able to wind up EV training because I had to sneak all the way down to Dewford Town and back, avoiding various trainers so that I could actually get some sort of mileage out of defense effort value training. Bit of a pain in the butt, but it happens. Yeah, ice types always do seem to wind up coming late through the games. At least the changing weather in Sword and Shield meant that sometimes you had a chance of finding ice types early. But it was a bit of a pain in the butt as well. Heal powder, I can sell that. Ah, Black Belt, please battle me. Alrighty. So this should be easy. At least this time, if we get hit with a super effective attack, we are not going to fold like paper. Because we actually have a decent Pokemon. I admittedly forgot Machop had that. I suppose it makes sense to have the AI be a little bit smarter. But we will just have to astonish it. Rightio, that's a bit of a nuisance. How much damage am I... Not a lot. Okay, this is a bit more of a nuisance than I thought, but... No, that's okay. We'll slowly chip it down. I think another Astonish should do the trick. Fortunately, my defenses will hold up, and the fact that I've improved Joel's HP is a big advantage. Of course, yes, slow as a wet week, not going to do much on special attacks. It depends on what I have to teach her. Okay, Wait, hang on! I have questions. I have questions. Machop was the one that identified Joel. Machop got knocked out. Why does Machoke benefit from that foresight? That's not how that works. That is 100% not how that works. At least I don't think it's how that works. I've never used foresight before. Like, there's been no point, really. I need to teach Truffle better moves. But there we go. Easy enough. We cover for each other. And Black Belt Koichi is defeated. It's been a bit of a time actually getting all this organised, and I do have a lot to keep up with. Because, well, yeah, it was... Oh, and you just had to get in the way. I'm going to have to come back if I actually want to catch Jigglypuff, but that's okay. I can go and heal my team. So I probably should, once we've got all the battles sorted out, get around to reading the Pokédex entries and making things up as I go along. Oh, this is going to be fun. Gonna need the Steel Falcon and Swift. It really, really does make you wonder about the logic in some of these games. It's like, okay, Giant Ninjax is spamming Double Team. I'm dropping a giant tidal wave on it. How does a tidal wave obviously not miss and wind up screwing up my rant? Oh well, that works. Not gonna complain about that. This, on the other hand, Magnitude. It can be stronger. I believe Magnitude 9 and 10 are stronger than Earthquake. But Earthquake is more consistent. So, we'll defeat the last trainer around, or is there a Rowan Maniac around here? Well, there are some opponents we can battle up by the Kelpsy Berries. I think they're Kelpsy Berries. At least I think there was a Rowan Maniac up here. No, the Rowan Maniacs are obviously only around the... It's not going to be super helpful. The Rowan Maniacs are obviously only around the areas where like, you find the Reggies. So yeah, most of my team is EV trained now, which is nice. Alrighty, I think you're supposed to... No, yeah, even if you come through there, that stupid ninja boy is going to interrupt you getting to the Pokemon. So, we can battle I believe Timothy is one of our rematch opponents, and Hariyama is pretty strong in all fairness. Fake out's a pain in the butt, always. Well, Magnitude 8, not going to complain about that. Okay. That did way less damage than I was expecting. So, it looks like it's Truffle's turn. That's also doing way more damage than I was expecting. But I think Hariyama might have better defense than special defense. Thankfully, Truffle hits really hard. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate in a sense that Grumpy really isn't that great. Comparatively speaking. Like, it's a reasonably solid Pokemon. Thick Fat is a great ability that gives it a little bit of extra defensive utility, and it has some really strong special defense to go with everything too. It's just that it has the sheer misfortune to be in the same, to have debuted in the same generation as Gardevoir. Sort of like how Salamence wound up stealing a lot of the thunder for Flygon. Flygon is a perfectly capable Pokemon with some pretty good stats, it's just that Salamence is better. I think Gardevoir pretty much outstrips Grumpig in everything except HP. And yeah. Maybe Grumpig has a little more defense, I'm not sure. But yeah, you just wind up with those Pokemon that they're not horrible, they're not bad in a vacuum, it's just that there's something that's better than them. Because I think Gardevoir has a lot more special attack, marginally more special defense. Yeah, it's just really unfortunate for Grumpig because, and you can wind up finding routes early with a bit of patience, and if you don't get routes, you've still got the Abraline easily available in Granite Cave. It's just unfortunate that sometimes Pokemon aren't quite as effective as you'd like them to be compared to others. But even then, they're still worth using. There's nothing to say that they are just out and out horrible. You can get mileage out of most Pokemon in the game. As far as I'm concerned. You will get a lot out of various Pokemon. Use different Pokemon. Like, it's half the fun I've had just being able to use. Now, I should be able to use Magnitude and then Astonish. Might take that, okay. Magnitude 9! Meditite's down for the count. Joel has Levitate, which is... I might as well use it while I can. Such a good ability. Like, never discount a Pokemon with Levitate. It's just always handy. So, nice balanced stats for Tsunama. Makuhita and... Kelia, which is going to wind up eating an Astonish. Wow! Critical hit! Joel's not messing around either! Nice work! The new team members are putting in the effort. So, we will drop another Magnitude. Or, no, wait, Surf. Surf still doesn't hit us, which you will see shortly. Wow! The team working together very well. I mean, in all fairness, Tsunama just dropping that big Magnitude, that was good. So, we can grab Kelpsie Berries, which I believe in this game, they were Pokeblock ingredients in the originals. But in this game, they actually reduce the effort values of a given Pokemon, and I think later on increase their happiness a bit too. Which is pretty neat, because it allows you to fix things up, modify things a little bit. And if we go in here, I think I'll switch Joelle into the lead. If we run around here for a little bit... Thank you, Repel. I nearly forgot about that. We should be able to find Jigglypuff. Granted, we might need somebody a little faster than Joelle. But I might be able to steal from Tailo too. Granted, my special attack stinks. Yeah, probably not going to be Joelle we want to use in all fairness, because we're not going to hit hard yet, and I need moves that aren't special. I need something that's just good coverage. Pursuit is very fitting for Duskull in terms of its Pokédex entries, because it is described as relentlessly following its targets. Also, if I'd wound up getting a male Duskull with a good nature, I was going to wind up nicknaming it the Skull. Just have another F-Zero reference in there. Wow, nasty. Nicely done. Joelle is level 30. Well done, well done. So, 7 levels to go there. Now, I do need the good captain out the front. Tsunama and Joelle have caught up really quickly. The team's going to be at a pretty good level. I'll need some more work. Swellow, thankfully, we have in the Pokédex. That is bad. I hate it when that happens. It's like, oh, you can't escape. Now you've got to waste a hit. We're going to let you go, though, only after you've wasted a healing item. I think most of my team is slow. Who is the fastest team member I've got? Captain Toad at 53, not Tsunama. Wow, the Steel Falcon is actually faster than Captain Toad. Kiwi is a bit faster. Yeah, Joelle's as slow as a wet week. It is the Kiwi Cat. Alright, let's go and let's look for Jigglypuff. Then I should probably get to reading out the Pokédex entries. Ah, there we go. There's Jigglypuff. Now, problem is Jigglypuff's a bit frail. The other problem is that I chewed through a lot of Great Balls catching Chimecho. That was a royal pain in the butt. I don't know why it suddenly decided it had the catch rate of a legendary Pokemon. I mean, this thing's got a 2% chance of appearing up the top of Mount Pyre. 2%. And pretty much no one, at least in the original game, somebody might use it in this game, nobody in Ruby and Sapphire had a Chimecho on their team, so you had no idea where this thing was. And again, it winds up being a bit underwhelming. I think it has had a stat buff in recent times. And we have Jigglypuff, the balloon Pokemon. Jigglypuff will grab whatever it can find and use it as a microphone. Jigglypuff is extremely proud of its incredible singing ability, but unfortunately its audience always winds up going to sleep. Jigglypuff found, through beating up its opponents, that it actually had a very good talent for fighting, and wound up taking its talents to Super Smash Bros., where it terrorized the tier lists in Super Smash Bros. Melee. There we go, one Jigglypuff. Next time we'll be on Route 104, but I need to go over the Pokedex and work out what we have added. So we got Swellow last time. Vigoroth, Abracadabra. We've got Azumarill. We added Nosepass. Nosepass is the Compass Pokemon. Nosepass wound up having a measure of fame because some of its cousins actually appeared in Super Mario Land. Nosepass is known to always face magnetic north, to the point that if you wind up turning them into a different direction, they will violently spin back and then punch the living daylights out of you. And we also added Gloom, the weed Pokemon. Gloom also does not appreciate the jokes. It winds up drooling a very sticky nectar from its mouth that is designed to attract prey. The unique scent of Gloom's nectar will bring people in, where it can either eat them if they actually are insectoid prey, or wind up selling them certain substances, despite what it says. And we also added Sandslash, the mouse Pokemon. Sandslash is also based on a pangolin, but it's an extremely spiky one. Sandslash is also very skilled at rolling into a ball, but also lacks the ability to get any faster if it's painted blue. Sandslash has very good grip and maneuverability, but any sort of road with lots of potholes can wind up leaving Sandslash a bit stuck because its spikes will dig in. We added Trapinch, we added Cacnea, we have Barboach. I don't think I actually provided anything for Barboach. Barboach, the Whiskers Pokemon. Barboach is extremely proud of its ability to groom various moustaches and perform complex barber work. It is actually rumoured that a Barboach barbershop is the place to go for Alakazam to get its moustache styled. They also provide good barbershop entertainment. Baltoy with Jiggles. I think I did Kecleon in Operation Stealth, so we have Shuppet, the puppet Pokemon. Shuppet are well known for starring in the Pokemon universe's equivalent of Punch and Judy. Shuppet have been very popular with children for their performances in various puppet shows over the years. However, they absolutely hate ventriloquism because even they wind up finding those dolls incredibly creepy. We have Duskull, the Requiem Pokemon. Duskull is well known for performing beautiful music that is often played at funerals. Many of them are actually excellent composers, and it is rumoured that one of them was responsible for composing the Requiem of Spirit. However, no one in Hyrule has actually been able to verify this, because somebody mistook the Duskull composer for a Poe, and it wound up getting sold to the Poe collector. Chimecho, the Wind Chime Pokemon. Despite its rarity and difficulty to find it, Chimecho is a very much beloved Pokemon because it makes quite peaceful sounds on gentle, windy days. Trainers are well known to protect Chimecho from harsh weather because they know that even though Chimecho isn't always the strongest, it genuinely tries its best. Alright, I think that covers everything. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2 returning to base.